Hello, everybody. So we're going to be just getting you going on this right triangle trig activity. Um, there's two problems that I want to just get you going on, and then for the most part, you'll be completing all 8 of these problems on your own. So let's just jump in. Okay, I guess first thing to realize, these are, real world applications of using trig to find either a missing side or there is a missing angle problem in there. But they're mostly missing side problems. All right, drawing, these right triangles correctly is maybe, the most important part of these. And then, obviously solving the problem correctly using the correct trig. Okay, so the one I want to look at first is number 2. Real quick though, make sure you're showing work on each one of these problems. That means drawing the triangle as well as showing, your equation and you solving using your trig. Okay, so number 2. All right, let's go ahead and just draw this in. It says Sue wants to determine the height of a tree indirectly. Okay, so first thing, let's draw a tree. All right, maybe I'll make it a solid line. All right, your drawings don't need to be beautiful. Like it could literally just be a line, but I'm going to put these just to make it look like a tree. Okay, and the height of this tree is what we're looking for. That's going to be my variable. All right, next thing, its shadow is 15 feet. So this thing is casting a shadow on the ground. That's 15 feet. All right, here's kind of the weird part. When, Sue is at a 48-degree angle of elevation with the sun that is behind her. So angle of elevation, that's basically just an angle that's created by going up. All right, so pretend this is Sue's sight line. Going up like that would be what she's looking at. She's looking at the top of the tree, right? And this is our angle that we need to put in, 48 degrees. Okay, and then I'll leave it up to you to go ahead and figure out the correct trig and the correct way to solve this problem. Okay, but real quick, let me get you going on one more of these. Take a look at number 3. All right, so this one says a pilot is beginning his descent to a nearby airport. All right, so let's just start. There's a pilot in a plane. So if you just want to draw yourself a little plane, put some wings. Okay, and it's beginning its descent. So it's going down to an airport. We'll make this little box an airport. All right, so beginning his descent to the nearby airport when he is 6.5 miles away. So the plane is 6.5 miles away from the airport, but that is, this right here. Basically 6 miles would be, you can think of it like on the ground. All right, so that's what this is going to be. All right, this is where it gets a little strange. He knows he must not have more than a 3-degree angle of depression. All right, well, on the back one, or the last one, if the angle of elevation was going up, the angle of depression is going down. All right, so here's kind of the way to draw this. The plane was flying completely horizontal like this. Okay, but it started to go down towards the ground at a 3-degree angle. So this right here is our 3-degree angle. Okay, and then ultimately, how high is he above the ground? So how high up is he right there? All right, so here's our right triangle. All right, here's one thing to realize. This 3-degree angle is not part of this right triangle. It's not going to help us as far as plugging it in for our trig. What it will help us do is find this angle right here. All right, and the idea is that, if this was completely horizontal, this would be a 90-degree angle. All right, and if this is 3 degrees, we know that this angle here would have to be 87 degrees, right, for them to add to 90. All right, and that's the angle that you're going to use when you go to make your equation. Okay, so yeah, look out, there's a few problems that talk about the angle of depression. You'll draw them all basically this same way. All right, and you'll use that angle of depression to find the angle inside of your triangle. All right, one just kind of by the way, there's a problem that talks about the air distance from a plane to an airport. The air distance would be this right here. All right, which this problem isn't asking for the air distance. But yeah, that's what that will be when you run into it. Okay, All right, a couple other quick things on number 4. This talks about a guy wire. Okay, it says a 25-foot pole is supported by a 40-foot guy wire, right? Kind of weird. I had to look this up. A guy wire is a wire that connects to the ground and to the top of what would be the pole here. Okay, so if this is my pole sticking up in the air, and if this is the ground, the guy wire would be, this thing. Okay, so that's what's 40 feet when you got to do this problem. I'll let you set up everything else here. All right, and then the last thing, real quick, on number 5, this problem is giving you your units in feet, if you notice. Then at the very end, though, they want you to find, your answer in miles. Okay, so all you need to do is once you get your answer, which will be in feet, to convert it into miles, you will divide by the number of feet in a mile, which is 5,280. Okay, so you'll just divide your final answer by this and it'll convert it into miles and you'll have what they're asking for. Okay, cool. So here are, your trig ratios for finding sides and angles. So yeah, try these out and good luck. We'll see you.